Before this video starts, I would just like to apologise for the bad wind. It does only last a couple of seconds and then disappears. Hi guys, welcome back to Tricky Carping. This session we're down at Legends Lakes in Stockton on Tees. It's a brand new venue that's just opened on, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think it was the 15th of August or the 18th, which was 2 weeks ago. So here we are, giving it a go. The fish in this lake, well, this lake is 3.5 acres, from the deepest point being like 14 feet. You'll see I'll put some drone footage up for you. It's got a few islands on the lake, and it's a long winding lake. There's not really any long casts. I mean, I'm in peg 1, and the longest cast I've got, I would say, is about 35 yards. It's not a big chuck whatsoever. There's 100 carp stocked into this lake, and they go from little stockies, I think, all the way up to 28 pound, and also the 7 catfish stocked in this lake to 35 pound. I've just got the rods out. I'll talk you through a little bit about what rigs I'm using and the bait I'm using. Right, so my rig choice. Obviously this is a lake I've never fished before. It's not been fished by a lot of anglers, to be fair. It's only been open 2 weeks, so you're kind of stuck of where to start and what to start with. So I have opted for the old good and faithful IQ D rig with a wafter on, a dumbbell wafter. This has always done me well wherever I've fished, and yeah, it's just a good all-round rig to use. So I've got that on my left hand rod down in the margin. I've scattered a few boilies over the top, just loose feeds. I've crushed a couple up. As you can see, these are really soft. These are monster baits, 16mm, the beast, that's what these were called. And also I've chucked a couple of these over as loose feeds as well, just feed pellets. However, if I wanted to go onto solid bag fishing, those would be perfect. Monster baits do quite a large range of baits. These are what I've opted for on my second rig. These are the Beast pop-ups. Take a look at those. They absolutely stink as well, which is what I love. So on to my second rig of choice, which is a stiff hinge rig with one of the pop-ups I've just shown you, just presented like so. It'll sit off the bottom. Oh, way up, I can't open my rig. Sit off the bottom just like so, and this has done me a lot of damage on a lot of lakes. You might ask why so much shot on there, and that's because if you tied a pot of these to the Titanic, it would probably bring them back to float. That's how buoyant these are. Serious kit of boilies. So that's me. That's how I'm fishing at the moment. Right, so the lake so far looks good. I'm very disappointed with the weather. I'm sat in peg 1 in the corner of the lake. The wind is howling away from me. All the wind is blowing directly to the opposite corner. It doesn't feel good at the moment, but hopefully we can get a few fish on the bank to show you. See how it goes. So I fished Legends for the full day with the wind blowing away from us and not one sign of a fish. I figured later on that night it was time to make the move to try and get some fish on the bank. So I put the Titan down, moved swims, and put the easy shelter up for a quick setup. Well, given how bad the conditions were in the previous swim, I've decided to move up pegs and move swims. It's pretty late in the night. It's about 20 past 9 now, so it's pitch black. But we've moved to another swim where we're seeing quite a lot of fish activity, so hopefully manage to get something on the bank. Well, the first one of the session, caught on the IQD rig.
Very good, very well.
Probably give it 6, 7, 8 pound maybe. Let's get it back, try get some more. Still only early in the night. Yeah. Well, both rods have been ripped off, but it's not what I expected. Double front, tiny. Good fun though. I'm not sure how much of this you can see, but off the back of them 2 small fish I've dropped onto the lake behind me. It's literally just a peg here to there that are adjacent to each other. Because I've seen fish showing in the bay behind me. They're a little bit far for the catapult, so I've spotted out a few spots of floaters, and fish have came up for them. So I'm just going to try and present a hook bait over the top, a little floater, see if I can put one in. Well, float fishing came to an end. The fish moved off, stopped coming to the surface. So I've changed over to 4 pieces of corn. I've put out some hemp. Hopefully we can get them back in the action. Well, first fish, it's changing over to corn and hemp. Still only a small stamp of fish, around 7-8 pound, but hopefully we can whittle through to something a little bit bigger. Get this one back, get a bit more hemp out, and hopefully try and catch a few more. I was now on around 10 fish, landed on the bank, but it was rude to ignore the fact that Chris next door to me had a serious run of fish going, and I couldn't miss the opportunity to get a bite or two for the camera. You're aware there, aren't you? Oh, did you just...
Yeah, no, it's aware.
Get in. And now it was my turn. Well, I've changed tactics, back to a wafter. I know these fish are only small, but it's all good fun nevertheless. Unfortunately, earlier methods didn't pay off, and seeing Chris catch so many, had to get back on the wafter. Well, that is it guys, my GoPro's packed up. For some reason it's turned itself off and will not turn back on whatever I do. However, I've got a new camera on order and should be back up and running before long. But if you do know the problem with the GoPro, please feel free to leave a comment and let me know what is the problem. I'll be back on the bank towards the end of the month. I'll be fishing at carp doubles, so if you'd like to see more content, please subscribe, leave a like and leave a comment for more footage. So thank you again guys, please find me at Tricky Carping on Instagram or the same on YouTube.